All right. So welcome to today's session, 7 benefits of social media posts. It's critical in your real estate career that you advertise and you get out. One of the best methods or mediums that we have these days is social media. I just want to quickly cover 7 benefits and then give some tips on the back end on how to properly do that. But one of the benefits of social media is you get a wider reach. So you can promote your real estate career through social media, and it's going to be able to enable you to reach out to an audience that's not as easily accessible through traditional methods like mailers and things like that, TV advertising, radio advertising. So the increased visibility can lead to more potential clients and opportunities in the real estate industry. Another thing is you can target your marketing. You can target specific demographics and in your database as well, and keep in touch with that sphere of influence. This is going to ensure that your real estate, I guess you can call them advertisements, can be seen by any individual that's interested in whatever topic that you're presenting. And there are more, and those people are probably going to be more likely interested in buying and selling, properties with you. And it makes your marketing, more effective. So through social media, you can just have folks looking at your advertisements that want to see them, as opposed to paying big money for radio ads, TV ads, park benches, and where people will pass by those on a daily basis and not give you a second thought. Another benefit is you're going to be able to build brand awareness. So consistent and engaging content can make you recognizable and memorable in the minds of not only those that you know, but potential clients that don't know you or are trying to getting to know you, or trying to find an agent that they want to feel comfortable working with. We've always said that people work with agents that they know, like, and trust. And so what you're trying to do is you're trying to let them know you, get them to like you, and then ultimately trust you. And that content that you provide is so critical to allow that to happen. But that's going to lead to that credibility, which is essential. You can also showcase your expertise, by sharing valuable content, market trends, industry insights. You position yourself as authority in the field, and this can attract clients who are looking for a knowledgeable and trustworthy, real estate professional. Very rarely are you going to get someone who's going to be like, "Yeah, I know you don't know what you're doing, but I'll try you anyway." I was fortunate early on that I had my first 2 listings was exactly that. One was a family member, and then another was a church member, but I had the benefit of having, my mother go along, who had, 15, 16 years experience at that time, to kind of instill that trust in that client. As a matter of fact, when I followed up with them after we took the listing agreement, they said, the only reason you got this listing is because your mother just portrayed that confidence that she knew what she was doing, and that we were going to be taken care of. So that's why social media helps you portray and show that you're not only confident in your abilities, but you're competent, that you know what you're doing. It also leads to potential for interactive communication. It creates an opportunity for dialogue to occur between you and your audience, so you can engage with your potential clients, answer questions, and provide somewhat of a personalized assistance to them, or answering their questions, or having some sort of engagement with them. And the level of interaction just basically builds a sense of connection. That's what you're trying to do, is connect with clients, and then your responsiveness there basically enhances that client relationship. Social media is the most cost-effective marketing that you can find out there. Most everyone's already got a cell phone, so that's not an added expense. Most cell phones have cameras, so you're not having to go out and buy video equipment. And you can very easily and cheaply purchase, sound devices, speakers, and things of that nature to kind of help enhance the experience. But so it's going to give you the highest return on your investment, which is your time. Basically, most times that's all you're going to be investing in that. You can also adapt to consumer behavior. So today's consumers are actively present on social media, searching for information and making decisions based on what they find online. And so then by aligning your real estate career with these consumer behaviors, going to the social media, most buyers start looking for properties online before they even ever start talking to a real estate agent. But you can position yourself where your target audience is most likely to discover you. So leveraging social media is and the advertising there is essential for maximizing your visibility, connecting with potential clients, and showcasing your expertise. And so I just kind of blew through some. I just realized I blew through some underlines there. So I'll slow down, but there again, leveraging social media for real estate advertising is essential for maximizing your visibility, connecting with potential clients, and showcasing your expertise. So for those of you that are following along, filling in the blanks. Now, some of the basics with social media, these are kind of no-brainers, if you will. The first thing you want to do is create, those personal accounts on all social media networks. So you've got Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube. If there's any others out there, put them in the chat field and I'll mention them as well. But those are the ones that this old guy knows. But yeah, those are most of your social media platforms that are most recognized currently. You can also enroll in social media marketing courses. If you go online and look for free social media marketing courses, you'll find several courses out there that's going to help give you ideas, tips, and tricks, and how to better position yourself on social media and how to properly use them. I know the algorithms are always changing with ads, and that's very tough to stay on top of. But with enough research, you can find that out if you don't want to pay someone to do that for you. Another thing is just kind of search around and look for other realtors and social media blogs. You'll get a lot of ideas from other realtors. Just tweak it to yourself to make sure that you're not plagiarizing anybody. But realistically, just put your own spin to it, and you should be fine. There's some thoughts out there that you don't want to follow too many other agents and realtors. Because then that's all you're going to be shown to are realtors and not clients. But there are folks out there that base a lot of their business off of referrals, and especially here in Arizona, we have a large population that's going to be moving here from out of states. So whether that's California, Washington, Wisconsin, Chicago, Illinois, up there, the upper Midwest. So they base their business a lot on referrals. And so if you connect with agents in other cities, that could be a potential lead source for you. So for those of you that are fresh in the business, what I would recommend you do is you start looking, especially with the Exit, you start looking through the Exit Realty family, finding agents that are in different parts of the country where folks are moving to Arizona from. And so you can Google, do a Google search and say top places, people are moving from to Arizona. And first off, you're going to have California, and you got anywhere right now that's got snow in that upper Midwest. So that's a great way, to connect as well and to try and earn business. And then running campaign ads on Facebook and Instagram. The Exit Ad Center really simplifies this very much. I know when you get in there, it looks a little confusing, but if you just slow down and you walk through the process, it's very simple. You'll need to have a landing page where you want them to go, but understand when you set that Facebook Exit ad up, Facebook is going to be capturing the lead's information. So what happens is they'll see your ad, they're interested, and they'll click on it. That'll take them to a lead capture page. That lead capture page, if they fill that in, now that's become a lead, and that gets emailed to you. So whenever you look in the Exit Ad Center and you see clicks and leads, well, click, hit the ad, and decided, I'm not ready to give my personal information out just yet. So that's the difference between a click and a lead. And so, I was speaking with some gentlemen, one gentleman up in Washington, another gentleman in Vegas, another agent, both brokers, a week or so ago. And we were sharing what our cost per lead is. And the gentleman in Las Vegas, his was $28 through the Exit Ad Center. The gentleman in Washington was $25, and mine was $22. So they were super, excited about, I was only paying $22 per lead that comes through. Understand, a lead doesn't necessarily constitute a purchase, right? So you've got to work those leads and try and cultivate those relationships. And in time, you'll start, building that database up And if you nurture it properly, at some point in time, they may become a potential client. So now, planning videos and posts. First off, you've got infographics. You've got stories that you can share with folks. I know Rick supplies us, and I forward to my agents, every 3 weeks, some sort of infographic that you can utilize, whether it be a social media post, whether that be a connection or a contact through email with your database. So what I would say is when you get those, you can either use them. If you don't like the look of it, you can create a new one in Canva, or you can use that data. You can use that data to kind of help, make sure that you take care of those folks. And sorry, we got a client that's just leaving. But yeah, so those infographics that Rick sends are very informational, specifically for you to memorize some of that content too, because that kind of will help educate you about what's going on in the market. And you can start sharing that with your database. Now, one thing that I've recently found is there's also infographics and information on a thing called House Logic marketing infographics. It's through our association we serve, and so I provided a link in your handout. You can go there and pull data and infographics off there and use that for your marketing. So that's another free resource, and they're always refreshing those, I think, every month. From what it looked like to me. But yeah, it's another source for content. It's another great place to go and see what if you're having need ideas for videos, it's a great place to get those ideas. Another good location is realtor.com under news and resources. They'll have content and data as well. So that's just some locations to get that. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so you folks can see the next this template, the video template that I used, and hopefully you'll be able to hopefully I'll be able to pull up the right tab and you guys will be able to see it. Okay, if you guys can verbally let me know if you can see my screen with this template.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, perfect. All right, so now I stole this from Frankie Joel. He's with Exit Realty. He's the director of operations, and he's also works down there in Alabama and Mississippi. So I just want to give credit where credit is due. I stole this from him, but so and he authorized us to use this, by the way. So just from a planning perspective for your videos, this is a great way for you to sit down and make sure that you've thought of everything about your videos, from from content, title, when you're going to record it, what to do, how as you're recording it, where to post it, things of that nature. So you've got video title here. So you want to give it a title. You can plan your recording date, your publish date. So this is a great mechanism to keep track of your videos. And so for those agents that are newer, if you're providing an informational video on like what the steps of buying a home is like, be thinking about this. Be thinking about having that at your fingertips. So whenever you work with a buyer, you're not having to spend time rehashing the same content with buyers after buyer, right? So if a buyer asks you a question, that's content for you to do a video. Save that in your video library. And then whenever you get into a situation with a buyer, you can forward that video to them to keep them, so now you've multiplied your time. If you take a minute to do a video and you send that along, a minute video probably saves you 10 minutes worth in conversations, probably, right? So you can send that along and then say, here's, review this explanation as to earnest deposits, right? And you send a video, explain what an earnest deposit is. And you text it and you say, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. And then you can certainly follow up and say, hey, did you get that? Did you understand it? So just, something like that. So this is why it's important to kind of keep track of your videos, when they were published, to kind of get you back there. On my phone, I have a notes tab that says video or client videos. And so whenever I have something that's applicable, I can just copy and paste that YouTube video and text it to them, and they've already got they've already got my video in hand answering that question. And you can be proactive or reactive with this. Sometimes sometimes I'll ask the question way before another client would, but it's just a good mechanism to kind of save yourself time. And then that level of service to your client, they're going to think, wow, they're really on top of things. They've already got a video sent, or they created this video just for me, right? So it's just going to enhance that experience with your clients. And then again, just give it a description. Now for planning, you need to start thinking of how long you want the video to be. So some of you are probably better aware of what lengths are better in which formats or mediums. So I generally try and keep most of my videos anywhere between 50 seconds to a minute 30. We've got videos. I've got a video that's about 9 minutes for new property management prospects, but those are folks that have already reached out and said, hey, I want to talk to you about your property management business, about managing a property for me. So I just send that video along because that explains a lot of my process to them. And so there's 10 minutes of me just talking, which probably saves a 30-minute, probably saves at least 30 minutes in conversation when I meet with those folks. I realized this year, today's January 18th, and just from the 1st to the 18th, I've taken on 3 new property management accounts. And every single one of them, I sent that video to them and they watched. And when I went out there, they were ready to sign. So for me, it's been powerful on that front. One of my next goals is to do a listing presentation video as well, which may be a longer. And that's going to be in addition to those seller presentations and listing presentations that Exit does, because I want them to see my face, hear my voice, and start to getting to know me, right? So, but anyway, most of those are going to be, probably less than a minute and 30. Then your script overview, just kind of what you want to talk about. Now, in your description, this is going to be what you're going to be describing either in YouTube or in, Facebook, Instagram. Basically your keywords are going to be directing you towards what your hashtags may be, right? And then this is just kind of a checklist, of what you need to do. Film it, obviously, edit it, create your thumbnail image, upload videos to private. I think that's on YouTube as you're tweaking everything, and then you can switch it to the masses. I forget what the name of that term is, but whatever. And then, create your title description. So this is basically step by step on what you want to do to make sure you don't overlook any steps in the process. Now, I added this, so Frankie can give me credit here if you want, if he ever sees this, which I doubt. So just a video index. So this is, where I would record every title, category, and description. My categories are basically buyer, seller, and property management prospect, right? I give a quick description, and really, I just realized this morning, I should probably put a date on it, right? So as I start looking for some of these videos, particularly say on YouTube or whatever, I can kind of get to them a little bit quicker by date. And it just hit me too. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to put the link in here too. So to copy and paste whatever link to that video, and so then you've got it all right here. So I'm glad I thought of that. So anyway, so this is effectively just the planning template for videos that you can use, and so you've got that in your email. And this is just going to basically help you organize your videos and give some clarity and purpose of any particular video that you're going to do, and hopefully help you get maximum exposure for your videos. Now, I wanted to quickly cover just some post ideas as well, so I left some blanks there. So some posting ideas that you can do is like market insights, property showcases, client testimonials, educational content. Now let's talk about client testimonials. And I just dropped a pen that I'm writing with, so bear with me here. Let's talk about client testimonials for those that haven't had any transactions yet. You can reach out to folks and still solicit a testimonial from them. And basically, what you want to do is you want that client to testify to the fact that you're that you're honest, that you're a hard worker, and so like in courts, right? They bring folks in to testify. Oh, he's a good person, and that's effectively what we're doing. I can't think of the name of it right now, but character witness. So those client testimonials is just a character witness for you. So don't be afraid to go ask friends and family to be a character witness in the form of a video testimonial, right? So and it can be as hey, especially when you're calling your database, and you're asking to be able to do market analysis for them. Well, just say, hey, can you do a testimonial on that market analysis I did? Just confirming that I provided it in a timely manner, you appreciated the information, and you felt the information was accurate. So just to start building that client testimonials up. So that's just an idea there. Also other post ideas are educational content, fun facts, trivia, community spotlights, personal, inspirational quotes, things of that nature. Some additional, and honestly, those post insights, I've got script ideas as well, and they're both interchangeable, right? So just some script ideas is there again, like community feature videos, because you want wherever you're marketing to know that you know the area. And you want to promote other businesses as well. It's that collaboration concept. Don't be afraid to walk into a business and say, hey, I'm a local realtor. Do you mind if I spotlight your business here for free, right? I just want to spotlight it. Can I take some videos? 9 times out of 10, they're like, yes, send us more business, and do that. Even if you only have 3 followers, right? Well, that's 3 more people that may have not have known that business was there. So don't discredit how few followers you have at this point, because a lot of these steps that we're going to be doing are to increase your database, and it's strategic to do that because we need to continue to grow who we know and who we come in contact with. Some more script ideas is, steps to buying a home, defining real estate terms, 10 must-nots when buying a home, pre-approval versus pre-qual, how much money do I need to buy a home, 3 tips to get your offer accepted, pros and cons of purchasing a home, and offer's been accepted, what's next type video. So these are some of my videos that I've got planned, so I just figured I'd share them with you. And here's the thing. If I know we're in the, we're all effectively in the same brokerage, don't be afraid to do the same videos as us. We're going to have a different reach. We are going to have some intermingling, which is fine. But most folks, understand if they're friends with me, they know, if depending on our relationship. So I've got my daughters in the business, so they know that relationship. So they know they're getting training from me. Some of us have gone to high school together, so folks are going to know that we went to high school together, and that you're with my brokerage, and that you're getting training. And so they just see that, okay, this is what's being trained over there, and it's valuable. So don't be afraid to rehash something that if you've seen me do, pick it up and redo it. Because as long as if you don't do it within a week or 2, they'll probably forget about it anyway, right? They'll just say, oh, okay, cool. So anyway, just food for thought on that front. Now, some locations. Now, I've emailed most everybody Keeping Current Matters and how to log in, so that's a great resource. They've got infographics in there along with scripts that you can utilize. Some editing tools. Now, the tools that I use right now is InShot. I use that to edit my videos and to insert GIFs or GIFs or whatever they're called, and other little silly things just to kind of give it a little bit of character. But there's some other editing softwares out there. Filmora Go, iMovie, Splice, WeVideo, or a few. So depending on what type of camera you're filming with, some probably are more compatible with the Macs than others, or with the iPhones than others. But still, that's just some editing tools that you can utilize. One of the things that I use as well is, for my captions, is an app called Captions. Now I had to pay for it, but the reason I like that app is it does a great job in automatically inserting captions where I don't have to go in and do that. I know like Instagram, I think automatically adds them, but I like to do it there because also in captions, there's an AI function where it fixes eye contact. So like right now, I'm sure you've noticed my eyes kind of going all over the place, as I'm reading and also as I'm just kind of thinking of what I'm talking about. But that feature or that app fixes that. So it has my eye contact constantly at the camera. So that just gives the viewer that feeling that I am, more confident and knowledgeable in what I'm saying. And it kind of fixes my little ticks on that front with my eyes. So Caption is a great little app that I've been using the last couple months that I really enjoy. So general tips for posting on social media. Your videos are different than your posts, so that's why I kind of covered infographics and such. But aim for at least one posting of some sort per day to maintain consistency. So just mix that up, mix that content types up, with images, videos, infographics, and text posts, right? So there again, try and post once a day, and use a mix of content types: images, videos, infographics, and text posts. I just want to make sure we're into some fill in the blanks as well. Utilize relevant hashtags to increase the discoverability of your post. So you can Google, I believe, trending hashtags today, and see what hashtags you can utilize to kind of boost the opportunity for them to see your post. Monitor engagement and adjust your schedule based on times when your audience is most active. So some of us, their audience is more active very first thing in the morning, others late at night, others, at 8 o'clock, 8:15. So a lot of folks, when they get into work, they'll get into work, get signed in, get clocked in, and they're like, oh, hey, let's check out social media as I'm drinking my coffee here at my desk. So just try and monitor that and keep track of, hey, when am I getting the most engagement and folks seeing, my posts. And then plan ahead by using some sort of mechanism to schedule and to help streamline your social media posting process. So whether it's something, like this, index here where you can plan ahead, put a date on there. This is, and just line out what videos you're going to do and how you're going to do it. But yeah, start doing that, and you'll notice that you're going to be more prone to doing that if you sit down and put it down in writing. Now, we understand that you're not going to be perfect. There's going to be some weeks that you miss, but realistically, if you're consistently posting, people aren't going to notice, hey, so-and-so missed a week ago, or so-and-so, normally posts at 8 o'clock and it didn't come through till 3, right? But, it's just have that consistency. Remember, the key is to provide valuable, varied content that engages your audience and showcases your expertise as a realtor. So you want them to get to know you. You want them to start liking you, so let your personality shine through. You want them to trust you. So start posting content that is honest and reliable, and then the trusting as well comes with those prior two steps. So achieving success depends on your commitment to executing a carefully crafted plan, right? So this is going to hopefully help you start planning some of your social media posts, and get you in front of your database, get you in front of potential prospects, and help grow your business, because that's what we're about here, is trying to generate additional business, because real estate is just a phenomenal career. But it's sometimes it takes some effort to start hitting your stride. Even when you hit your stride, there's going to be years where you hit a little dry spell. So, and if I can give you any words of advice as well, is plan for those dry spells. And then during those dry spells, you'll notice you'll work even harder at some of those things that you let go, some of those habits that you let go of when times are really good. Because when you get busy, you fail to make time for these things. And that's been one of my biggest issues is, I know what I should be doing consistently. When I get busy with clients, some of the stuff goes by the wayside because I just from a time management perspective, I have to give up something to work with clients. And maybe my time management skills need to improve a little bit, but and I'm getting better there. But so just keep that in mind. So anybody have? I'm gonna unshare this. Anyone have any other input that could be useful for anybody else on the call or that may be watching this video at a later time? Okay. All right. Well, I just want to say thanks for showing up. Hopefully you found this useful. Also, I will be forwarding an email to everybody from Rick's visit the other day. It's probably it's going to be a big file, but I think it's already zipped. So I'll be emailing that out with all that content that he provided and materials to help improve, basically your skill set. So, all right. Well, we'll see you next month. Remember, training is on the first and third Thursday of every month at 9 a.m. Call night is the second and fourth Tuesday at 6 p.m. Every month. So look forward to you next Tuesday for call night. Start working on your list on who you're going to be calling and why you're going to be calling them. We can do that. Now, if you also don't have anyone to call, come in anyway, and we can sit down and we can either work on social media content, work on your business plan, or do something. But I'd appreciate if you made time to come into the office and just put some work in so that the other agents in the office see that, and hopefully you were able to encourage one another to do what we need to do. So, all right. Well, everyone, you guys have a great day, and we shall talk to you later. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording.